Hello and welcome to Restoring the Trenton Greenbelt presentation. My name is Jason Jobin and I will be joined by my colleague Eva Bednarchuk. The purpose of this presentation is to not only tell you about this restoration project that we're doing and what we've accomplished so far, but also to share some opportunities that you can have to be involved. A big one is a survey, which we were going to talk about at the end of the presentation. But first, we're going to talk a little bit about the site itself, why we're doing this restoration project, what we've already done, what we have left to do, and how can you be involved. The site itself, indicated by this little red marker here, is in downtown Trenton on Front Street, right on the Trent River, and just south of the Dixon Drive Bridge. It is the most southern portion of the Trenton Greenbelt Conservation Area. If we zoom in a bit here, you can see the site indicated by this orange rectangle. It's about a third of a hectare of just grass lawn with 100 meters of Trent River shoreline. And it's largely compacted, unhealthy soils, which means it's actually a great opportunity for revitalization. This is what it looks like on the ground, looking south. There's some vegetation along the shoreline, but other than that, there's only one large tree on site and then just grass. There's not much there in terms of nature.
Okay, thanks, Jason, for the lovely introduction to the site. So I'm going to talk about the benefits of this project and why is it that there's an increasing interest in converting lawns to wildflower meadows. There's all kinds of examples in Ontario and around the world. So I think that this practice is catching on because it has many benefits. So I wanted to highlight four benefits and goals of our project, and beginning with soil. So healthy soils are really important to any restoration project, and we're working very hard to reduce compaction of soil at the site. And we're also going to add more organic material and increase the diversity of soil microorganisms that live in the soil and are very important for its health. We want to make the soil softer or spongier so it can absorb water better and hold that water and make it available for plants. So we are seeding and planting close to 20 species of native wildflowers and grasses. So we're boosting the diversity of plants that will be present on site compared to a lawn. They will be blooming throughout from the spring to the fall, providing all kinds of pollen and nectar for various organisms. They'll also have pretty deep roots. These plants will be they are drought tolerant. And they'll be doing very well at the site and further supporting healthy soils. The diverse plants will attract a lot of different pollinators, bees, moths, butterflies, you name it. A lot of other beneficial insects will be drawn to a cornucopia of these native plants, and that's really important. And of course, because plants are sort of the foundation to any restoration project, it's really important to hit that diversity. And lastly, we hope to encourage more people to come and enjoy the site. We want you to be able to come and stroll through the meadow, sit and connect with the Trent River, enjoy your lunch, and just watch the world go by. So we hope all of you watching will be able to come down to the site. We are inspired by the Toronto Region Conservation Authority's Meadowway project. The TRCA has been working to convert kilometers of mowed lawn into wildflower meadows with trails and other amenities for the community. So we're very grateful for their work. They have been winning all kinds of international awards. They're known around the globe, and we're very grateful for their support and encouragement in this project. So here's our concept. This is the landscape design. before I get into the different details of the different features on site, I just want to help orient you so you know what you're looking at. The top of the page is the Trent River shoreline. The bottom of the page is Front Street with the LCBO building just down in the center. If you were to walk to the left, you would come to Dixon Drive and the bridge. And if you were to follow the shoreline to the right here, you'd eventually come to the Farmers Market and Dundas Street, downtown Trenton. All right, so here is a more detailed image. The different features are labeled with those green circles, so I'll just walk you through some of them. Number one, of course, highlights the different prairie meadow areas at the site. Number two shows where some trailhead signage will go, as well as educational signage. Number four shows the main trail that sort of meanders through the center of the site. It will be an accessible trail that will be maintained through the year, so you can enjoy the site all year long. Branching off of the main trail are smaller side paths to help you sort of crisscross the meadow areas. In the very middle, the large area, number 6 there, around the picnic shelter is number 10. That will be kept as an open mode area so that, you know, larger groups of people can sort of meet and gather there. Number 7 labels some new benches, and not only benches, but, you know, other types of seating, like number 8, these little circular platforms near the river. They will provide better views of the river. And what else? There'll be a shoreline buffer and some additional shade trees as well. This image is available on our website as a PDF file, so you can download it and have a closer look whenever you wish. And these are just images giving you examples of the different features. So for example, number 4 shows different surfaces for the main trail. Number 5 shows different surfaces for the side paths, and so forth. Okay, so this is a very ambitious project, and we've been very busy last year. So here is a summary of the steps we have completed so far. With the help of City of Quinte West, we removed some old benches and street lights. With help from Bayside Secondary School students, we had our first bio inventory done. And we used iNaturalist to collect observations on site, and we will continue to do this through the life of the project, and everyone is welcome to contribute to that project. We have eliminated the lawn grass and aggressive weeds, as well as invasive plants, to make way for the native species. We've been monitoring the healthy soil parameters. So we're measuring water infiltration rates, soil compaction, and we're also collecting samples of soil to look at the biodiversity of the soil microorganisms and how they're changing through time. City of Quinte West also helped us to address soil compaction by aerating the site, pulling out little plugs of soil and creating little holes for air and water to get in. Bayside Secondary School students came back and helped us to spread really high quality biodiverse compost to inoculate the soil with good soil microbiology. We seeded in a cover crop for the winter to make sure that there were living roots at the site through the winter time to protect the soil. And lastly, in late fall, we hand sowed a mix of native wildflowers and grasses at the site with help of volunteers. And the seeds will be germinating this spring, so we're very excited to see that.
Great, thanks, Eva. And all that stuff that Eva mentioned, all that work has been made possible with the financial support of the Great Lakes Local Action Fund, Nature Smart Climate Solutions Fund, and the Rotary Club of Trenton, as well as in-kind assistance and support from the community, many people which Eva mentioned already, but that includes the City of Quinte West, Alderville, Black Oak, Savannah, Nature Conservancy of Canada, the Rotary Club of Trenton, Bayside Secondary School, and many community volunteers, some of you which might be watching, so thank you if you are. This is a multi-year project, so in the coming years, there's going to be lots of changes to the site. Some of the larger efforts will include installing the infrastructure, which was mentioned, like trails, benches, and signs, and we're also going to be continuing to monitor soil conditions. Some other things we're going to be doing is replacing invasive shrubs like European buckthorn with native ones like American hazelnut or New Jersey tea, as well as planting thousands of plugs, which are essentially these little pockets of seedlings. So we're going to be planting thousands of native shrubs and grasses and wildflowers, and then watering them with a high nutrient compost extract. The picnic table shelter will remain, but it's seen better days. It's looking a little rough, so we're viewing this as an opportunity to give it a new coat of paint and have it really represent the space a little bit better. There's many ways that you can become involved. Helping plant all those plugs and watering them would be fantastic. There's always weeding opportunities in the spring and the summer, helping us monitor the soil throughout the months, as well as contributing to the iNaturalist website, taking photos of the plants and animals you see on site. In the fall, we're going to be collecting native seeds and spreading them on the site, as well as planting trees and shrubs, and we're going to be hosting a compost workshop to teach participants how to create this high nutrient, biodiverse compost that we've been using on site. The biggest way that you can contribute today is by completing our community survey. This online survey is mostly multiple choice. It's about 10 questions, so it should only take you a few minutes to complete. It's available until March 31st, and you don't need an account to fill it out. It's completely anonymous. So you can go to ltc.on.ca to find the link to that survey, as well as the PDF to the community landscape plan that Eva mentioned earlier. And if you have any issues finding any of those links, you can always get in touch with me. My email and phone number are there. Please feel free to send something my way. If you have any additional questions or comments about this project, please get in touch. And if you want to volunteer, so let me know if you want to be put on a mailing list to hear about the workshops and opportunities to contribute that I mentioned before. Please also feel free to share the survey with all your friends and family and community members in the Trenton area. We look forward to hearing what all of you have to say about the project, and we hope that you continue to follow it throughout the years. Thanks for joining us.